Seems to me the Vegas ain't never gonna learn. What's going on, guys? Steven here. I'm by the Orleans. We're on West Tropicana, and today I want to talk to you guys about lessons learned during the C-19 global shutdown and the crisis that we're in. You know, it occurs to me that we might not ever learn our lessons, but we get slightly better at failing every single time. And it's unfortunate, and I'm not hating on the city, I'm just giving you some stray observations. If you guys want to support the channel at any time, a subscription would be incredibly appreciated. You guys can also hit the like button and comment in the box. Do you think Vegas will ever learn its lesson? Because I'm not really sure. This building is open. Some of the buildings that this company owns are not. Buffets are gone. Like, what did we do so wrong? If you guys want to further support, we also have the Facebook group called Not Leaving Las Vegas. That's a free option. You can follow me on Twitter, Not Leaving LV, Instagram, Not Leaving Las Vegas. I have almost 900 followers. There's another account that's fake. Don't buy into the hype on that one. And also we have the Patreon channel memberships, also VegasFaceMask.com. The only two that you'll ever need, made by my wife, Caroline. Oh my gosh, it's Halloween. Can you believe it's Halloween in the middle of a global shutdown? Vegas can, and I imagine there's going to be a lot of people here for Halloween, but the question remains, what could we have done differently? What did we do wrong? Well, let's go and take a look at some history first of all, okay? So we had our giant, huge global economic meltdown. Well, was it global? I don't know. Some countries didn't come out as badly as the United States did. That was back in 2007, 2008, 2009. First thing we had a problem with that we learned our lesson on was home prices and home loans. But this wasn't a Las Vegas thing explicitly. This was a whole, everybody shouldn't have been getting a home loans and then another home loan based on your equity with adjustable rate mortgages. And if you don't know how those work, here's a brief explanation. I would lock you in at a very low mortgage rate, but as the Federal Reserve rate went up and down, you'd have to pay way more, and it would sometimes triple and quadruple your payments in the middle of your term. They still exist, you know, people will use them for short-term situations, usually big business people. We don't have that anymore. So our housing market seems to be okay in Vegas. We are facing the eviction moratorium, it's already passed. We don't know what the fallout of that will be, but we'll see soon enough, and we'll see. I think we did learn our lesson on the housing though. But gosh, it sure took us a fiery kind of walk through hell in order to get to heaven, where we don't have people foreclosing all over in Vegas, at least not yet. So I might have to recant that later on. Other lessons that we had to learn that we didn't learn, unfortunately, are diversification of our economy. Now, we did do this to a certain extent. Since 2008, we've had big companies come in. Zappos obviously was downtown using the old City Hall, which was an Oscar Goodman thing. Hey, repurpose those old buildings, don't just tear them down. Speaking of city halls, you know, the Mob Museum is the first city hall in Las Vegas, and that's now one of the best museums in the entire country, according to TripAdvisor and several different independent people that rate that kind of stuff for travel. You know, we did diversify in the sense of Google coming in to the city and building data centers down in Henderson, Amazon making this a major transportation hub, but that may have been more of a necessity for Amazon than it was for the city trying to court new people coming in. We didn't diversify in many ways though. We should have a lot more tech, a lot more manufacturing. If you guys watch me walk around, you can see lots of blank land all over the place. Just acres and acres, thousands and thousands of acres of it. Give me a good reason why we didn't court companies. Well, another reason we didn't court companies is probably, I think, because of our education system. Now, UNLV has some great programs. It's known to be a very good medical school. We also have a great school for hotel restaurant management, but I'll ask the people working over there, how's that going for you in a pandemic? But unfortunately, when companies are going to go put something big like Tesla in a location, like they are going to be moving to Texas, they look for an educated, smart local workforce so they don't have to shoulder the costs of importing employees and everything all the way into that area. We don't have that right now. So we didn't learn to diversify that. Of course, we don't have a lot of revenues from UNLV coming in like other schools. The Ohio State, they have all that money coming in from football programs and giant endowments. We got what we got out here, which is a good medical school and a good hotel management school. And if you know of anything else UNLV is great for, leave it in the comments below, because I'd like to know more about that. You can actually teach me stuff in this video. Diversification wasn't learned. Tax structure, not necessarily learned. You know, we have to generate taxes from something. Nobody likes to have taxes increase. That's just not the plan of action for most people, you know. Leave us alone, let us work, minimal amount of taxes. Yes, taxes go to pay for things. There's a soccer ball here, I don't even know why that is. Taxes go to pay for things, right? Taxes go to pay for your streets and for your schools. we built the stadium. I mean, I love Allegiant Stadium. It's a beautiful building, but was it really worth all of the tax money that we did spend on it? Not really sure. Things we didn't really pay attention to. The fact that, hey, you have a global economy, and if the global economy shuts down, you need to get tourists from somewhere else. And we didn't really focus on the locals, and I don't feel like we focused enough on people from California and Arizona to really keep them happy and entertained. We didn't expect out in Las Vegas to have this transition into an entertainment town. We're an entertainment city now. It's a destination for sporting events and for giant concerts and for global conventions that come in. But when it comes right down to it, we thought we could rely on the fact that we could be a weekend gambling destination, but unfortunately, that's just simply not going to happen. I'm going to pause the video for a moment here to point out how desolate and kind of lonesome it is behind me. This is a big, huge commercial development park behind me. Lots of companies back here doing transportation, manufacturing. But again, lots of big, giant, empty land where things once stood. A giant condo tower was supposed to be built on this plot of land right here. The name fails me right now, so if you know the name of the giant condo tower that's supposed to go up on West Tropicana, across from the Orleans, comment on it below. It was a huge project, almost 60 stories tall. What we didn't learn coming into this whole recession was that we can't bank on hopes and dreams in Las Vegas. We have to make the things that are already in front of us work for us. And in another sense, I think the casino companies are trying to do that right now. As we do go ahead and see the fallout from everything. We gotta do some Indiana Jones in the jungle type stuff here. As we do see the economic fallout from everything, I do think that it's going to get better, and I think that we will have to learn how to diversify. MGM Resorts is doing this with their Come to Vegas and Work from Your Hotel Room initiative. Different properties are doing things like building different attractions that can be open in a socially distanced, masked up world. And we are courting to locals right now with the Wynn and the Encore and different properties sending out offers. We've had offers come in the mail, which is a nice thing too. So we do need to tap into the resources that we have out here. Realize that from the ground up, this is a community full of moms and dads, brothers and sisters, doctors, accountants, transportation companies, manufacturing industries, but we could always have some more of that. So I would say to the city government, if I ever had a minute of their time, the county commissioner, coming into the next 10 years, I truly believe it's going to be the best 10 years that this city ever had. Maybe consider courting small businesses. Maybe consider tax situations like they have in a place like Puerto Rico, where you come in and your taxes are even better. We already have a great tax structure in Clark County, but let's make it better. Let's make it better for all of Nevada. Let's diversify the economy. Let's see more of the fence manufacturing companies and more of the mineral companies coming in and more of the tech companies coming in, because those are the things that are going to pull you through a pandemic. And those are the things that when this goes on for too long, people that get tired of being laid off from a casino that can't operate because international travel is laid down to zero, those people are going to flock to in other states. Let's have them flock here. And I did have one more thing to close out the video that I'll make another video on. Why aren't we courting the people who are working from home? But that's another video for another day. I had a wacky idea when I was thinking about this the other day. So you tell me what you think below. Do we make other mistakes? Do we not pay attention? Big mistake was the resort fees. You can talk about that. We'll talk about resort fees in another video next week. Big mistake was not treating people properly when they come to Vegas, treating them like they're low rollers versus high rollers. Now the casinos are focused on the low rollers because there's too many low rollers and not enough high rollers are willing to travel. Lots of different things that we're going to talk about next week and explore on the channel. So I hope you would subscribe if you haven't done so by now. And also hit that bell for the future all notifications. If you guys want to support the channel, of course, you know, get your name in the credits and all those perks on Patreon and on the YouTube channel memberships. We also have VegasFaceMask.com. Those are the only two face masks that you will ever need. It's Halloween coming up. Are you coming to Vegas for Halloween? Tell me in the comment below too. My name is Steven. I'm not leaving Las Vegas. Like, share, subscribe, hit that bell. Now's the time of the video where I say 3, 2, 1, click. So 3, 2, 1, I get real close and we say click.